One crash, thousands of commuters, and a construction season already pushing drivers to their limit. Tonight, a fatal crash in East Lansing turned an already tough drive home into a gridlocked nightmare. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich. News 10's Rachel Fulton joins us now in studio with what drivers need to know to stay safe.
Good evening, Ann. For many drivers across mid-Michigan, road work has already become part of the daily routine. Add in a serious crash like the one that happened near Saginaw and Harrison roads this afternoon, and it can impact neighborhoods, commutes, and the people working to keep traffic moving. This is what the corner of Saginaw and Harrison roads typically looks like during an evening rush in East Lansing. But Wednesday, that movement came to a stop as a fatal crash shut down portions of both roads. It forced drivers into nearby neighborhoods as police worked to clean up the scene. For some residents, the detour didn't just slow down commuters.
It just makes it that much worse. It just concentrates it all into the neighborhoods.
It brought unexpected traffic right to their doorsteps.
Then they drive like they're on a busy street through the neighborhoods, ignore stop signs, they're in a hurry to get home.
People living near the crash suddenly had to navigate the traffic themselves.
I was ready to get home and just relax, and I was like, well, where do I park?
Meridian Township Police Chief Rick Grillo says crashes like this only add to the frustration during a busy construction season that is already reshaping traffic patterns, creating problems for drivers and first responders.
It's very dangerous for us, for tow truck workers, to be standing out in the roadway, so people do need to be mindful of that. We want to go home too. The workers want to go home too.
When traffic suddenly needs to stop, Chief Grillo says it's a team effort to keep everyone safe and attentive, despite the need to get to their destination as quickly as possible.
People really need to be aware, pay attention, and watch for police officers' lights, overhead lights. Those will give you a good indication that's happening.
Chief Grillo also encourages drivers to sign up for rave alerts through their local community or dispatch system. Those alerts provide real-time notifications about road closures, traffic incidents, and other emergencies, giving drivers a chance to find an alternate route before they end up sitting in backed-up traffic. And back to you at the desk.
Rachel, thank you. Before you head out tomorrow morning, check News 10's interactive traffic map at news10lansing.com to get the latest conditions for your commute. And here's a time lapse of a pink, then orange.